Yo, what is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today's video is on Elo Hell and why it doesn't exist.
What?
That is the entire point of this video. It's going to be explaining why it doesn't exist and what makes you think that it does, okay? So before we actually get into a lot of the information I have, first off, humans are very negative creatures in a lot of the sense where if you have a 10-game split, one game you lose because you felt like you couldn't do anything, and one game you win because you just didn't do anything, and both of them are out of your control, you'll remember the one that you lost a lot more than the one that you won. And that's just how it happens. And that's why I think this idea of Elo Hell actually comes forward, because humans just think negative things first before they think of that positive thing. Yes, it's not everyone, but it's a lot of people. So basically, that's why I think a lot of people that think Elo Hell exists. But here is why it doesn't. So January 31st, last Wednesday, I tweeted, Elo Hell isn't real. There doesn't need to be a conversation about it. I saw 10 tweets on my timeline about Elo Hell, half of them saying it's real, half of them saying it's not real. And I just wanted to put this out there quickly. Elo Hell is not real. There's no conversation that's needed. Okay, that was the entire point of it. F-Dot says that there is. Tuba is trolling. Skilly says that there isn't. And it's just like the reason that people are hard stuck is because their teammates are the problem. That is the entire point of what he says. Innocent Rabbit, the stats guy for Smite, and basically just an absolute genius for Smite's matchmaking. He's basically behind Smite's 2 matchmaking. Yes, he doesn't really affect Smite's 1 matchmaking. It wasn't really his idea. He's just now the one that's kind of able to look over all the information. He says Elo Hell is real, except people don't know what that means. Assuming Elo Hell, one teammate can immediately lose the match. If that's not you, your team has 4 spots to be filled, the other team has 5. So you win 55% of your matches. This data seems to be backing me up on this. Basically what he's saying is Elo Hell is real, but if you're never the issue, then that means it is more likely that the enemy team is actually an Elo Hell because they have 5 people on their team that can be the ones trolling, and you only have 4. Innocent Rabbit goes on to say, if you think you're different and falling to a specific rank is literally unclimbable, I'm not sure what to tell you except perhaps look inward. Love that. I love looking inward. Aggro says, my philosophy about ranked in any game is 25% of games are unwinnable. DC's teammates that are toxic, off-roll, etc. 25% are guaranteed wins. Enemy team has same problems. You have a smurf, etc. And the remaining 50% is up to you and your skill. Good players will climb. So if you've got 100 games in front of you, half of them you don't really have a way to win them. You're going to win half. You're going to lose the other half. But then that final 50 games, if you are able to win 30 of those games, 30 of those 50 games, a 60% win rate, you will climb exponentially faster. If you are able to win more than half those games, you'll slowly climb. If you're not able to, then you are where you belong. I started an account on a brand new 1500 MMR account. The results from my games are as follows. These are all the gods I played. These are my KDAs. These are the if they were winnable, and this is an explanation behind them. This first game, Sun Wukong, Elo Heaven is what I called it. It just means that I felt like I didn't do anything to win my team the game. My team was going to win this game no matter what. Going to the Charon game, I felt like the same thing. Felt like no matter what I did, my team was going to be able to win the game kind of no matter what. And then lastly, the CERN game, Elo Hell. My Circuit did 5,000 damage in a 35-minute game, and Grayly played Sylvanas with mannequins and also didn't do very much. That's all right. It happens. You're not always going to have people that are, giving it their all the time. It happens. But that's still 2 games I felt like were winnable and one, or that were guaranteed wins and one wasn't. If I was a random 1500 MMR player or 2000 MMR player and I felt like I was supposed to win most of these games, I'm already off to a 2-1 start. The final 7 games, even if I lose 1 extra, I'm sitting right where I belong. If I go 3-4 and I should actually be falling a little bit because I can't win half my games, I'm still going to be even because I was in Elo Heaven and I got a couple wins. This is what happened in the 1500 Sun Wukong game where I called it Elo Heaven. Nice job. Oh, GOAT. He's him. Oh, game's over. Just like that. Game's over. Triple kill Loki, right? Let's skip forward a few minutes. You see you're still level 3 and you stop playing the game? The Thor. Game goes on. At exactly 10:04, the enemy team surrenders because the Thor is AFK. Elo Heaven. Charon game. We're up 15-1. I'm 3-1-6. I'm having an okay game. But across the board, I have our only death. I'm a part of 9 of our 15 kills, and we are just absolutely stomping. Sobek misses his pluck. Robin dives the on her. We kill him. And just like that, they've had enough. 17-1, 8k gold lead. They're done with it. And then the last game, Elo Hell, I'm 7-6-4. We're down 18-31, 14k gold. Do I think an average 1500 MMR player could have won this game? Probably not. I thought I was doing a lot, and this game felt like genuine elo hell, where it felt like I really could do nothing to actually win this game. But even with that, it went 28 minutes. All it took was one thrown fight by the enemy team. Maybe I even did something in the late game that caused my team to misplay, and they could have won it with a different player. And that's what, like, this yes, it was elo hell. It felt hard to win, but even this game still was probably kind of winnable. And a lot of people kind of misconstrued what I was saying about this. Played 10 games on stream. Here are the results. 2 games where I was gifted a free one without doing anything. 1 game where my jungler and support were griefing. A lot of people took it as, well, of course you're going to win these 1500 MMR games. You are a ex-pro support. You are playing a couple support games. You should be able to win and carry these games. The average platinum and diamond player cannot do that. And that's where I countered with this. The point of this wasn't to kind of say that I can carry these games. Weekend has proven that players who think they're in elo hell are actually just bad players with an ego multiple times. The point isn't that is that you aren't more likely to get bad teammates that lose you the game instantly. But I'll add an unless here. You are more likely to have the same amount of losses as wins that are out of your control, unless you are being part of the problem. Are you being toxic to your teammates? Are you trolling your teammates and making them want to rage or whatever? Or are you doing something that is kind of getting in their head and throwing them off their game? All I had to do was really just kind of be nice and say, yo, let's just go late game. We got this. Keep the mentals together. I didn't even have to say keep the mentals together. I just kept blaming myself. If something bad happened, I would just say, my bad, I misplayed. That's all I had to say. We had one of these games. So trading in right lane, my Ullr's doing a lot of damage to the Herc support. I'm doing a lot of damage to the Anhur. We're not killing though. And then I see my Ullr jump in. And with how the Fenrir is kind of playing, we know their jungler is going to be around their camp. And unfortunately, that means he's going to be able to get to our side of the map faster. I kind of position, try to block some autos for the Ullr. Ullr jumps away. And because of how I'm playing it, I'm kind of dying for my Ullr. Unfortunately, that's what happens. I die for him. Okay, whatever. After this, my Fenrir ganks also dies.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Hits with the okay. I say no problem.
I misplayed. It's okay.
I let him know I misplayed. I didn't misplay. It wasn't my fault at all. He hits me with a yes.
No way.
He hits me with a yes. So I played the fight fine. I peel my Ullr out. I dive for it. My Fenrir comes over, dies. He's obviously a little tilted. I had a no problem. I misplayed. He says yes. That takes a little pressure off him. I know it was my fault. He should know it's not my fault, but you know, I don't mind. I don't mind taking a little bit of blame. And as we get to this late game portion, we actually end up winning this game because we were able to just keep the mentals together. The Fenrir could have rage quit if you rocked him or said, yo, why is my jungler getting here so slow? I could have tilted him out of the game really easily. I'm actually very curious if I did an experiment the exact same way, where instead of being, you know, nice and kind, if I was just a dickhead and just typed at teammates and said, yo, why aren't you here? And was just trying to just complain the entire time and see if people actually rage those. But I don't know how I'd actually quantify that. And to the point of you are in elo hell and you think your teammates are the worst players and you just are getting trolled by that. Here's Weekend saying, elo hell isn't real. You aren't as good as you think. I have a 100 video YouTube series proving it. Going to Weekend's YouTube, 80 videos on elo hell. I talked to him about this. I asked him how many players did he actually think were in elo hell. Out of the 80, what's your guess? He said maybe 2 out of 80.
This is a test to prove whether elo hell exists. This is Oily Man Fish. He's low 1200 MMR silver player. He believes he should be at the very least high gold into plat. And you know he's kind of holding back. He thinks he should be high plat. He's not gonna say it in case he loses. He thinks he should be high plat. He's a sport player. And we've matched him up in a lobby with all other very high gold MMR or high plat MMR players. There are more.
So basically, this silver player, this bronze silver player is playing up against platinum and gold players, kind of where he thinks he belongs. Skipping to the end, let's hear what Weekend has to say about this.
That game definitely did not prove there is an elo hell. It, in my mind, solidified my belief that elo hell does not exist. And you are in the rank you are supposed to be.
And that is basically it. Both sides have been proven. My side of your games aren't disproportionately getting trolled more often unless you are a cause of it. And then Kurt's side of a lot of people who think that they belong higher MMR than they actually are actually where they belong. And they're a lot of the times even a problem through either ego, gameplay, or just ruining games for others. So before you really start blaming elo hell, look inward, look at your own mistakes, see what you're doing wrong, analyze that. Because I can guarantee you, if you think your games are impossible because your teammates are the problem, chances are it's probably you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See you guys again next time. Peace.